Let's create one more tutorial in FreeCAD. In this video, you'll learn to use pad, mirror, pocket, fillet, and thickness. And we'll learn to use the code to show the volume of this model. So open the FreeCAD and let's go. The first step to create this part, we will select the top plane and make this sketch. And here will be the midpoint. And the first thing that we'll make, we will create this arc with 9 millimeters of radius. And we will create this line here. And the distance between this point here and this point is letter A minus 27. 110 minus 27. So let's create this, open the FreeCAD, go to create a new sketch and select the top plane. And here select the arc from center, click here in the midpoint. The radius here, 90 millimeters of radius, make an arc here. And go to constraint, select horizontal vertical, select this point and this point here. And now select line, click at this point, make a line here. The distance 110 minus 27. Now we will create this line here and this one. The distance between this line here and the center line is letter C over 2, 72 over 2. And the distance between this point here and this point is 50 millimeters. And here in the corner, we have a fillet with 8 millimeters of radius. So select polyline, click here in this point. Make this two line here and go to sketch dimension. The distance between these two lines here is 72 over 2. Press OK. And the distance between this point here and this line here is 50 millimeters. Let me move this dimension a little bit here. And here in the corners we have a fillet. So go to fillet, select this corner here. And go to sketch dimension. The radius here is 8 millimeters. Sorry. We made this. And here we have an arc with 36 millimeters and another arc with 16 millimeters. And we have a line here, and the angle between this line here and the center line is letter B over 2. So it is 15 degrees. So let's create this. Go to arc from center. Click here in this point. Make an arc here. And make another arc here. And go to constraint, select the tangent, select this arc and this line. This arc and this arc here, and select a line, make a line here, and make this arc tangent with this line, and go to dimension. The radius here 36, the radius here 16 millimeters of radius, and the angle between these two lines here is 15 degrees. I will move this dimension a little bit. And here we have another arc with 8 millimeters of radius, and we have a line here. And the distance between this line and this point is 27 millimeters. So select the 3-point arc again, make an arc here, and make a line here. And go to dimension. The distance between this line and this point here is 27 millimeters. Make this arc tangent with the both lines. And the radius here is 8 millimeters of radius. And for reference, we will create a line here. This line will be tangent with this arc, and the distance between this line here and the center point is 68/2. So select a construction line type, click here to active the construction line type and select line and make a vertical line here and go to sketch dimension, select this line and the center point here, the distance 68/2, 34 millimeters, press OK, and go to constraint, select tangent, select this arc and select this line. And now we will create another tangent line here, and the distance between this line and the center point will be 4 millimeters. And here we will create an arc that will be tangent with this arc and tangent with this line here. Tangent with this line and tangent with this arc. And tangent with this construction line. So make another construction line here. It must be a vertical line and go to dimension. The distance here is 4 millimeters. And here I will move this point a little bit and remove the construction line type here. And select arc from 3D point, select this point and select this point and make an arc here. And go to constraint, select tangent, select this arc, this line, and select this arc and this line here. And select this arc and this line. We made this profile. And now leave the sketch and go to pad. The distance here will be 15 millimeters. So the length here, 15 millimeters. And press OK. Now to create the other side, go to mirror. And the plane here, select YZ plane and press OK. We made this one here. And now we will create this cut. So we will select the bottom face and make this circle here. This circle has 25 millimeters of diameter. And the distance between the center of the circle and this point is 32 millimeters. So select the bottom face and go to create a sketch and go to external projection. Select this arc here and select a circle. Make a circle here with 25 millimeters of diameter and go to dimension. The distance between the center of the circle and the midpoint here is 32 millimeters. And make sure that the circle is horizontal with the midpoint. And leave the sketch. Go to pocket. And the distance of this cut is 8 millimeters. So the length here is 8 millimeters and press OK. And now in this edge we have a fillet with 2 millimeters of radius. So go to fillet, select this edge here. The radius here 2 millimeters and press OK. We made this one. Now we will hollow this body and we will remove this face. So the thickness of this body is letter E, 1.5 millimeters. So go to thickness, select the face that we will remove, and the thickness here is 1.5 millimeters, and press OK. We made this one. And now we will create this slot to make a cut. But the first thing that we make, we'll create this reference here, this arc, and the radius here is 60 millimeters of radius from this point, the center point. So go select this face here and go to create a new sketch. And here go to external projection, select this edge here and this edge here. And select center point arc here. Click here in this, active the construction line type, sorry. Click here in this point, the radius here is 60 millimeters of radius. Click at this line here, make an arc here. And now we will create this slot. This point here of the slot is coincident with the arc. And the distance between this point here and this line is 8 millimeters, and the distance here 10 millimeters. And the diameter here is 4 millimeters of diameter. So remove the construction line here and select a slot. And make a slot here. And go to dimension. The distance here 4 millimeters, and the distance between this line and this point is 10 millimeters, and the distance here is 8 millimeters. We made this. Now we will create more two, but first for reference we will create a construction line here, and this point here will be horizontal with the midpoint. And we will create an arc at this point here. And here will be in the center of this line. So make a construction line here. Make sure that this point is horizontal with the center point. And now select the slot. Remove the construction line type here. When you see this symbol, it means we are in the center of this line. Go to sketch dimension, 4 millimeters, and make another slot here from this point to this arc. Make this arc equal here. Oh, sorry, go to dimension, 4 millimeters, and leave the sketch. Go to pocket. The length here, select the type through all and press OK. And go to mirror. And here select transform two shapes. Select here add features. Select this face of this cut here or this edge. And the mirror plane here, select the YZ plane and press OK. We made this. Now we need to check the volume of this model. The answer is here. To check the volume, we will go to View and select the panels and select the Python console. And here we will paste this code. I will let this code here in the description of the video and press enter. Look, the volume is here. Let me move the answer here. The same answer. So here we finish our exercise. So thanks for watching. Subscribe my channel for more and see you in the next video. Bye bye.